Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be working with the Happy Christmas Ornament Dies. There's an angel, a hot air balloon, and a house ornament in this set. These are the dies. It comes on two separate sheets. The angel comes in two parts and the house is one full die. And then this is the hot air balloon. It comes in two pieces, the bottom and then the round part that goes on the top. I'm going to be cutting out the angel out of a gray and gold metallic cardstock and the wings out of just a matte gold foil. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the video on today. We're just going to start folding our angel on the score lines. And this is a requested video. Someone was saying that they were struggling putting these together. I am not going to be fully decorating any of these ornament dies today just because I know we're doing these in Create and I want to save that experience for the Create event, but I do want to help anyone who is struggling putting together their ornaments. So you see those little slits on the side, that is where you're going to put the wings in. And so I'm going to be just using my glue to adhere the tab to put this whole thing together. Anna Griffin was saying that you can make it a round angel or you can make it a square angel. You can use your bone folder to just secure that tab on the inside if you like. I will be doing that with all of my pieces on today. And so if you wanted to make it a round angel, you would just use your bone folder and just round out the paper. Then you just take your wings and insert them inside of the slits on the sides and make sure that they fit snugly. In the directions it said to use glue or tape. I don't see any place where you can put tape or glue, so it fits pretty well just on its own without it. So I chose to ignore that step in the directions because it honestly didn't make any sense to me. So you guys can do whatever you want, but I didn't see any reason to put any adhesive. And it fits perfectly, and there it is. If you would like your wings to be the same color on both sides, then cut out two pieces and glue those together and you'll have double-sided wings. So now we're moving on to the hot air balloon. This piece we will be cutting out of a blue cardstock with pattern, and then we'll cut it out a second time on a metallic cardstock, and then we'll cut off the basket also on a metallic cardstock. And I think that this is probably the ornament that people might be struggling with because I had a little bit of a struggle with it, but I think I got it. It's all nice and pretty, and we're gonna get started. So we're gonna fold on all of our score lines. That's just gonna be something that we're going to always do, and because you have to fold on your score lines in order to put things together. And then once we're finished, we'll start gluing it together. This is my first attempt at making this ornament, so I'm still just looking at it, looking for the score lines. Where are they? Where am I supposed to fold? And figuring it all out with you guys at the same time. So if it looks like I'm like hesitating before I do something, that's why. All right, now we're going to put the glue on. I started out putting a ton of glue on this. Do not put that much glue. You will see it oozing out of the sides. It gets everywhere. Be very cautious with your glue. Just use a little bit. You don't need that much. But this glue dries clear, so I'm not really worried about it. And this basket was pretty easy to put together. I'm going to do my best to show all of the places in the camera where I'm gluing down. I just tried to do my best where I could get the angles. So if you can't see, I do apologize. I think I got it though, from what I can tell. And once again, I'm just going to use my bone folder to secure those down. And we're going to keep on putting the basket together. Have you tried to put these ornaments together? If you have, let me know in the comment section below. Did you struggle with any of them? Were they easy to put together? Did you follow all of the directions or did you skip some? Let me know how they went together for you in the comment section below. Okay, now we're moving on to making the balloon part of our ornament, and I followed the directions on this part and lifted up the little tab in the center. You only need to do it on one of your pieces, not on both of them, because the other one is going to be underneath and you're going to actually glue it down. But this little tabule is where you're going to place your yarn or string or whatever you're going to use to hang your ornament on. And I'd say be very, very careful with that little piece, because I did rip it the first time trying to put my string through. So I'll just warn you right now, it's not, you can't manipulate it very much. So when you're putting your string through, I'm going to use one of the Anna Griffin ribbons as my string, and maybe that's why it was very big. But I didn't have any string, or I didn't want to go looking for any. I'll just be honest, I was being lazy. Didn't want to go looking for any, and these bows are literally everywhere at my house. So I just grabbed one, untied it, and strung it through the little section there. And you can do it too. I'd say just maybe take an iron or some water or something to get out all the little kinks in it, and it makes a perfect little ornament hanger or whatever. It's fine with me. Okay, so now the directions say flip it over, and so we're going to be working with the underside, but whatever is on the top of the underside. And I think it's going to make it a lot easier. It says just start to gluing it, but I think it's going to make it a lot easier if you take your bone folder or a pair of scissors and start to curl those pieces, because then it's going to look more round and it's going to behave more like a balloon, and it's just going to fall into shape a lot better. You can do all of them at the same time, but I'm just going to do the ones that I'm working with so that I don't get confused and accidentally glue the wrong ones together that I'm not supposed to. And so just I'm going to do this set first, glue them together, and then do the other set. So I'm going to bring back my glue, and in this section it says just glue opposite to opposite, and you can do that and that would be fine. I ended up just gluing one on top of the other one by one. It's really up to you. I don't think it really mattered, but I will find out when I go to create and she tells us how she plans on putting it together. And then if it is different from the way that I put it together, I will come back and let you guys know when I show you guys what we make at Create, and I will then update you on how we put it together if there were any differences. And now I'm going to curl the bottom section, and which is kind of the top section, but since we turned it upside down, it's the bottom for now. And this is where I struggled with the directions a little bit, and I think this is probably where a few people may have struggled with the directions, and you'll see in a minute what I'm talking about. Well, actually, you won't see what I'm talking about because I cut it out because I was struggling so badly. I ended up making a whole new layer. But I'll tell you, it says to put these underneath. Well, I just didn't trust it at first. and I didn't know how, and it was sitting really weird on the, it wasn't making a round surface at first, and so I was like, what is going on? But I will tell you that you do have to align these perfectly when you glue them initially, so that each section is sitting directly across from the other section. If you do not, you are going to have a wonky balloon. But if you perfectly align your parts, your 4 sections, across from each other, then it will go together perfectly. So I think that's probably where the struggle can come in. If your sections are not aligned, they won't go together very nicely. And, you might be questioning, well, how do I put it together like underneath? Well, here's how. And I hope you can see, I think that the camera angle is showing you pretty well. You kind of squish them down and then hold them until they dry, and then form them once they're dry and all ready to be glued, or they're already glued and dried. You form them into the ball, as you can see here. And then, yay, it was a success. And we have the balloon part, and all we have to do now is glue it to the basket, and we have our second ornament. And then I started playing with it because it reminded me of a cat toy or something that he would like drag around that maybe had catnip in it or something. Oh goodness, that's funny. All right, we're on our final ornament, which is the house die. Anna Griffin says it looks like her house. I'm doing it on this really fun pattern cardstock from Anna Griffin. And if you've made it this far into the video, thank you so much for continuing watching. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate all of you. And we're just folding on the score lines as we did before. And on this one, I had a little bit of a hard time seeing the score lines just because of the pattern. So if you have a hard time seeing score lines, be careful of what pattern you use for your house, because it's really easy to lose the score lines within the design of the paper. As you can see, also I cut out a second roof that is going to go on the top just to give the house a little bit of a design. Even though I'm not going to really do too much decoration, I did want to add a different roof onto the top. And I also cut out just only 5 windows, even though there's windows all around this house. There's 5 windows on the front, 5 windows on the back, and 2 windows on each side. So you would end up cutting out a lot of windows for this. And then I forgot to cut out a door, but you can also cut out a door for this. And then you will be on your way starting to decorate with the embellishments and some other elements to give your house a nice look. So we're gonna just glue this all together like we did the other ones. I am going to be using my bone folder on the inside, just to stick down those score lines on the inside, tabs, sorry, on the inside. And then this house will be put together. So I'll come back in a minute when it's almost finished. house is all together. It is smaller than I thought, but it is an ornament. I think things just maybe look bigger on TV. And I think I wanted to let you guys know that this ornament measures 3 inches tall by 2.5 inches. And so if you were wondering the measurements on this ornament, that's what it is. And they all sit about the same height. The angel is 3.5 inches tall, and the balloon is also 3 inches tall. So 3.5 inches is about the size of all of these ornaments if you're going to be putting them on your tree. I'm not going to have a tree this year, so I was just thinking maybe I might make a few of them and make a little like village, or I was going to make a garland and string them up and hang them up on something. But I'm going to figure out something to do with them. I'm not going to let them go to waste at my house, but I'm not having a tree. My husband threw out the tree a couple of years ago, and we just never got another one. And I had kept asking him, can we get another tree? Can we get another tree? And he just never did. He was just never raised with Christmas trees and all of that kind of stuff. So to him, it's kind of silly. I don't know. I think sometimes the women get into Christmas a lot more than the men. What do you guys think? Do your husbands get into Christmas, or are they like, bah, humbug? Here are our finished ornaments. They are perfect in all of their splendor. They'll be even better when they get decorated, and at Create we will do all of that. Let me know what you think of this video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and see you in the next video. Have fun. Bye.